Hello. In this video, we're going to take a look at how to add or edit events on the Telegraph-Herald calendar. We collect events from a variety of places. Some are added by our own staff, some are submitted by users, and some are automatically imported from other websites. So it's important to look to see if we've already got your event before you add one. But to get started here, we're going to take a look at how to edit an event. So the first thing you need to do is find your event and simply click on the one that you want to change. You'll see a window with all the event details opens up here, and there's a little link here called Edit. This actually appears to every user. If you're the person who submitted an event, then your changes would be accepted automatically. But if you're not the person who actually submitted the event, then our changes would be reviewed and approved by Telegraph-Herald staff. So even if you're not the person who submitted the event, or you don't have the account of the person who did that, you can still make changes to your events. So let's go ahead and click Edit here. We're being asked to log into CitySpark, which is the system that we actually use to manage our events. This is separate than your Telegraph-Herald subscriber login. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and choose Login with Facebook because I don't have an account based on my regular email address here. So I'm automatically logged in with my Facebook account, and you'll see all the details for this event are already loaded in here. So if I wanted to change some dates, see this is a repeating event, I can actually remove a couple dates that have passed if I wanted, or I can add some description or change the photo. Basically I can do anything I need to do in here, and I go ahead and click Next, and it will let me review all the information that I just changed. I have to agree to the terms and conditions. This is checked by default. It is saying, do you want to get emails about how to promote your events from us? I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that, and I'll hit Submit. And now our submission is successful. So at this point, our change has been submitted to Telegraph-Herald. You'll see a couple upsells offered here to show your listing higher on the list or to feature it on the website in other ways. These are totally optional. It's always free to add your event on telegraphherald.com. So you can skip all of these, choose no thanks, I just want a basic listing, or if you want to feature your item, you can certainly do that here too. So I'm going to go ahead and click Next, and my submission is complete. So I can either close this window or I can submit another event. I'm going to close this window because I want to take a different approach at looking how to add an event. To add an event, we'll just return back to our events page here, and you'll see we have an Add Event button right here. So when I click this, it will ask me to log in again. Since I've done that already through Facebook, I'm already logged in, so I don't need to do that. And start by the required fields are the event title and the city state. So for our title, I'm just going to pick something that we know is in there for this example. So I'm going to choose Johnny Walker, and we want that. We see he's in Hazel Green, Wisconsin, so I'm going to go ahead and choose those options. And you'll see we do have a variety of events that already exist on the calendar that have showed up. So here's Johnny Walker at Coconut Cove in Hazel Green. That's this listing right here. If I wanted to, I could select that event and make changes to it. But essentially, the goal here is to make sure that we're not adding duplicate events. So just kind of make sure your event is in here before you continue. If we do truly have a new event, then you'll see it does still offer some suggestions. Is this actually your event or not? And we'll put a location name in here. So in this case, the event we're looking for is not found. I'll go ahead and click Not Found and create a new event. And now we go through this entire thing. Anything with these red highlighted boxes are required fields. So I do have to put an address in here. And depending on the location, some of this might already be defaulted. If you have a website for your event, that can go right in here, but that's not a required field. Same with the zip code and venue phone. We choose our start and time for the event. So say it is on the 4th of July here at 7 p.m. You don't have to choose an end date, or an end time I mean, but you can as well. So let's say this goes till 11:30 p.m. If this repeats, we can just keep adding dates, and you see it automatically keeps defaulting to the next day, or I can use the X here to remove those. Or if this is a regular recurring event, I can click this box and choose if it repeats on weekly or monthly, on certain days of the week. That's all stuff you can control here. You'll see a category is required. We suggest picking a more general category like live music or something like that. But no, if you do pick like a specific genre of music, for example, country music, if I do that, say country dance, that's already included in our music category, so you'd still get included with our music listings. You'll see an image is also required. However, as soon as we chose a category, we got a bunch of stock images we can choose from, so you're welcome to pick one of those if you'd like. Maybe we'll pick this one. But if you don't like that one, or if you have an actual image you'd like to use, which is going to get you the best results, you can go ahead and click Browse and choose an image off your desktop. But the important thing is we are required to pick at least one image for your event. The description field is where you can type all your details, but we do require a short description of a maximum of 200 characters, and this is what would appear in the print edition of Telegraph Herald. We do not promise that every event that you submit will be added to our print publication, but in order for that consideration to happen, we do need a short description. And everything else you see here is optional. If you have ticketing, you can say yes, admission is ticketed, and here's the URL where you can buy tickets. Actually, if you'd like to sell tickets through our site, you can do that as well. You just pick this third option and choose your options here, and we will actually create tickets for you to sell, and give us a call for that, or actually just go ahead and choose that option if you want to do it. It'll walk you through the whole process. The event contact info is optional, but it does display your information to the general public. So let's go ahead and finish up our required fields here. And you'll see I do have to put this short description in. And I don't have any ticketing. I'm not going to show any extra information here. So I click Next. I can review it. In this case, I don't actually want to submit my test event, but so I'll go ahead and close this window. But if I were to click Submit, it would take me to the upsells like we saw when we were editing an event earlier. Like I said before, we do allow free submissions, so a payment would only apply if you do one of those upsells for more premium placement of your ad. And after that, your event should automatically appear on the website after about an hour or two. We do require some time for our staff to review each event and make sure that everything is typed correctly and that it's not a duplicate. So it's not an instant process, but events do get added to the site fairly quickly. If you have any questions or need any help with our events, feel free to reach out to us at websupport@wcinet.com. That goes to our electronic media department that handles everything related to our websites. Thank you for your time.